Excuse me, I have a wicked cough. Oh, dear. Well, we have an excellent show for everybody here today. The internet is not a safe place for a woman to be boyfriend or husbandless, especially when they're approaching their 30s or they're in their 40s. So what you want to do, and women find this out because they're the target of much, it could be anywhere from, damn, you're so hot, I'd love to eat your, you give me a call, here's some DMs, to why don't you have a husband? What's wrong with you? You really need to get it together and get married.
Disturbances all around.
So it's disturbances all around. So women eventually find out that if you say you're engaged, it gets all those guys out of there, okay? It cuts down. You're still going to get a lot of the I'd love to eat you, but it cuts a lot of them down. A lot of guys aren't going to message an engaged woman that, they're not that crazy. And then it also cuts down on all the people going, how come you're single? What's wrong with you? You're single? You got nobody. So they do what's called fake engagements. Withney Cummings. And we blew this wide open. Do we have audio of that? We do have audio.
Let's do it.
Audio. Would you like to hear some of Mike's legendary audio? He clipped this and he looked into it. And I got a big scandal for everybody here today. Withney Cummings, about a year ago, announces, I'm engaged! Gag me, right? Now, Withney Cummings is 37 years old.
Guy that gave his money.
She's 37 years old. You could add 5-6 years to that. When we first met Withney Cummings, I, despised her since day one. This is why everyone hated Withney Cummings. She came into the comedy scene, and within 1 year, she was given TV credits. She was given all this stuff. Everybody loved her because she was a woman. Pretty. And by the way, when I say pretty, I don't mean pretty. But back when Withney Cummings started, the only other female comics there were, they looked like Roseanne, okay? So when you have these comedy clubs like the Comedy Store, it's all guys and a couple of skanks. Withney Cummings comes in. She doesn't have to be good. All the male comics are, ooh, it's a girl here. Oh, you're really good at comedy. Hey, do you want to, we could talk about comedy at Denny's after this. Oh, you're pretty good. But then you had a lot of people who secretly, mad at her for also, working that system. So within the comedy system, everyone wants to put her up on the show. I got white males on the lineup. Let's put a girl up. Guys want to hang out with her. They're just excited to have a girl around, even though she's not pretty. She's prettier than what they've got. So they fool themselves. Subconsciously, they allow these people in. They did this to Kim Congdon and Sarah Weinshank. Talk about not pretty. It just goes to show how much not prettier the other girls hanging around must have been for Kim Congdon and Sarah Weinshank, two people that got lobotomized. They got no brain in their head. They're hanging around. People are helping them. They want to do podcasts with them just to have some chicks around, bro. So that's what happened with Withney Cummings. She started getting all the breaks. And a lot of people started disliking her. And she's always looked very old. And when she first started comedy, she was telling everybody, I'm 20. I'm 20. There was some discrepancy with this. There was a lot of people coming out and go, no, she's like 27. She's doing that Hollywood thing. And a lot of Hollywood women are told this. You can't do this anymore. Margot Robbie, I think, was caught doing this. A lot of Hollywood women, when they first get their managers or agents and their career is first starting, their agents and managers say this. They go, before you do anything, say that you're, let's pretend that they're 24. They go, say that you're 22. And they go, why? I'm not embarrassed about being 24. And they go, trust me, because, when you're 20, you'll get 2 more years out of this. So nobody wants to hire a 30-year-old maybe down the line, but they'll hire you if you're in your 20s still. So lie about your age now so that in 10 years, you're younger. Okay? It's not about being young now. Withney Cummings did it. Margot Robbie was involved, and they kind of got themselves out of it. But Withney Cummings has always been shit on for her age. This is what I'm getting to. So I believe that Withney Cummings developed a strategy to get over. She was getting a lot of hate. Why don't you have a boyfriend? Why don't you have a husband? You're 35 years old. You're 36. What are you waiting for? You're a spinster. And, this is like a whole thing now on the internet where you see a single woman in her 30s, you start getting negative ideas about her. Why can't she find love? So I believe she met a guy, concocted this thing with him. Oh, I'm so sick of these haters. Can I just say I'm engaged already to get these people? And she did. And I believe her. Okay, yeah, say you're engaged. Is this the engagement here?
Yeah.
Look at this. Say you're engaged, and you'll get the guys off your back.
There's a billion articles about it, by the way. I just searched her engaged, and she was on every wedding magazine.
So listen to this, and I've been following this for a year, and I finally got my answer. So she's been going around. This was announced September 6th, 2018. Withney Cummings is engaged to this, and what does he do? Jules, what was his profession? It doesn't matter.
Who cares?
I just thought you knew. So she gets engaged to this guy. It's all over. I mean, she put out a press release to let everyone know it was a big week of Withney is engaged. Withney is engaged. This was right before her robot special. And then that week came and went, and you never heard of this guy again. It's been cut to now. Cut to now. How long has this been? Since September 6th, 2018. She finally gives an answer now to where's the fiance? I've been asking for the last 6 months because I started noticing, I go, this is awfully funny behavior for somebody with a fiance. She's constantly on IG stories, doing thirst traps. She's constantly posting. She's constantly doing this. The boyfriend's nowhere to be found, and she's online 24 hours a day. The husband, the fiance, is nowhere to be found. She's on 24 hours a day, taking pictures in the bath, talking about other guys that are hot. It all sounds very single. So I kept asking every time she put out a video, every time she put out a post, where's the fiance? No response. A year and a half goes by, a year goes by. She's letting everyone believe that she has this fiance. Finally, it's gotten to a head. And on her last couple YouTube videos, I've been posting, where's the fiance? But guess what? So have her other fans. Because they've noticed a year's gone by, no word of this guy. What is going on, Withney?
Those are your comments if you want to.
Here's one of my comments. Where's the fiance? And then somebody goes, she just explained on her podcast. They aren't engaged anymore. But this is after a year and a half of silence. So we go to watch her podcast on YouTube, and we scan through all these podcasts, and we're doing the transcript thing. Do you know what the transcript thing is on YouTube?
Love that transcript.
You could, most of these podcasts are now transcribed, so you open the transcript that it does for closed captioning. You do Control F for find, and you type in a word, and it shows you the time code. So we're typing in fiance, engaged, called off, all these things that we could think of. We're finding nothing. Then we find out it's in the audio version of her podcast only. She cut it out of the video version. So she knows no one listens to the audio version of the show. They only watch the video version. So she put it in the audio version, cut it out of the video version, thinking, you know what? I can give this now my true fans. I could say, I explained it. But then for everyone else, I don't really have to share this information with them. We found that audio version. Do you want to play it? Can you play it from your end?
Yep.
Let's hear it.
To let shelter dogs out. And
I know. How nice.
Melted my heart. A couple things to get
Listen to this.
Before David Spade is here. There's like a couple announcements I want to make. One of the main things is I feel like it's probably time. Having a podcast, you really have to tell everyone all your secrets.
It's a diary.
It's a diary. This is a diary.
Pause. Is there a way I can control this?
Yep, it's on Spotify.
Whoa!
It's playing.
Spotify.
There you go.
Great. So, when you have a podcast, you have to, what did she say? Something about secrets? No, you have to be honest. You have to be honest because now we're hanging on every word. So she just found out, shit. I actually have to tell them. I can't just do my old Withney pretend and lie shtick because these people are on my ass.
Diary. And I have signed up to let people know what's going on in my life, and
Listen
I can't have it both ways, and I don't get to keep a bunch of secrets and also be on here every week being like, I'm authentic. Look at me. I'm telling my truth, and I'm going to give you guys...
Remember, she didn't do this on her own accord. She did this because she was pressured to. Let's continue.
He said how to live. Meanwhile,
I hate this version. Spotify like fades in and fades out, so we're like missing things. Is there a podcast version on iTunes I could play?
Sure.
Do you know the time code?
It is at 9:28 is what
9:28.
Right,
give me a second. I'm gonna find this on. Never mind. I'm gonna just play it on Spotify. Here we go. It's just tough for me to pause. Listen.
Complete charlatan and living a lie.
Plus, they're going to figure it out.
I know.
These people are detectives.
People already have. So I'm not wearing an engagement ring. I am no longer engaged. I'm just going to say it. I said it. How? That wasn't so hard.
Woo, congratulations.
All right. Now wait till you hear her excuse. Now remember, I think this was a fake engagement to get out of the spinster stuff. I think it was arranged right before her special came out. She's obsessed with haters and negative comments. That's all she talks about. And how it affects her and how it could ruin her week. So I think she said to her agents, I'm going to get pummeled with negative comments when my Netflix special comes out. And I'm really sick of all these guys saying you need to get with a man already. You're aging out. What can be done? And they came up with this idea right before the special so that at least she could get through her Netflix special without every comment. Why don't you have a boyfriend? How are you able to give all this love advice? In your comedy, you know, that's all her special was, is men this, women this is how you date. Well, how do you give all that advice when you don't even have a boyfriend and you're 36? So I think she goes, I gotta have an engagement, and that way I could say all this stuff and they can't challenge me. That's my theory. I'm usually right about this stuff. And listen to this. Coming up, this is gonna prove that she's a liar. Listen to this.
Nothing nasty, no drama. I feel like nobody will believe me.
Listen, no, we won't.
I truly just was not ready to plan a wedding. The whole thing really overwhelmed me. My mom.
This is why she's not engaged. I truly wasn't just ready to plan a wedding. The whole thing overwhelmed me. So you break up with the love of your life? Because the wedding was too complicated? Why not just not do a wedding? Why would you break up with the guy because the wedding was too stressful? That makes sense. We didn't have a wedding.
We just did the marriage.
And that makes perfect sense. Yes, weddings are stressful, but that doesn't mean you stop being in love with your true love that you were planning on spending the rest of your life with. Listen to this.
Bad shape health-wise, which I always feel bad saying because everyone's parents go through health stuff and not that I'm saying I'm the first person to ever have parents go through health stuff, but she had a stroke a while ago and it's bad, and it's just the idea of planning a wedding was just really overwhelming and kind of sad to me, and I feel like planning a wedding should be fun and not a complete
talk about the
guy. It's just been so hard for me to talk about it because it's so hard on everyone. I mean, everyone.
Listen to this lie. This is a manipulation.
They're like, oh my God, you are so close to being a complete person. Now you're just a half a person again. Everyone's so sad for me. Not that it isn't sad, but it's just how stressed out people are, especially because when you get engaged, I realize everyone just wants to help. Everyone wants to plan.
Listen to this path she's leading everybody down, and these fucking idiots who actually like her, they eat this shit up. Oh, ha, 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 makes sense. She explained it. No, she didn't. What kind of a nonsense excuse is that? Well, the wedding was just too complicated. You've put together television shows. You've literally been the showrunner of 2 NBC network shows simultaneously. The show Withney on NBC, the show Two Broke Girls. You've put together a comedy special. You're out every night. A wedding is too complicated for you. You wrote and directed your own movie. Now, yeah, the movie got terrible reviews, just like this relationship would have, but you still did it. Putting together a movie is a little harder than putting on a wedding. So you're going to break up with the love of your life, never speak to him again, never take a picture with him for a year and a half because the wedding was too complicated? No. You found this guy, you used him, you both agreed we're going to pretend we're engaged for a little bit. After this photo was taken on the day of the announcement, you never saw them once together ever again. So this is a lying, scheming, dastardly woman I might put this on YouTube.
Give you their shuttle bus company they use. They want to give you the napkin guy. They want to give you the invitation person. And don't use this person.
See the manipulation? She's giving this whole story. It's like, somebody's lying when they give way too many details that you don't need for the fucking story. So she's taking you down this whole path, trying to redirect you. Oh, the wedding was, yes. But we're not talking about how complicated weddings are, Withney. We're talking about this poor man who now has nothing and no money.
I think people want to pass on what they learned in the experience. And so many people gave me such good advice and so much help that I feel this pressure, and this guilt, I've wasted their time. I feel like I need to hit your, I need to send you money on the Cash App, for all the
Cash
work
App.
you did, Yeah, it's everyone starts as soon as you get engaged. Everyone's sending you wedding venues. I'm like, you're not invited.
Right.
Wait a second. You
Little
want to wait till
off-topic,
I send you an invite to start helping me out? I mean, it's just as soon as you get engaged, it's like people turn into Pinterest board zombies. They're like, I send you my Pinterest board and what's your Pinterest?
Ooh, that was tough. That was Grange, bro. Did you hear how she did this?
Yeah.
I like when somebody goes out of character, does a voice that they're not capable of doing.
It's just so crazy. People are just salivating. So yeah, I got overwhelmed and I know I've heard every iteration of how to, make it easier. People are like, well, just go to City Hall. Just go down to City
why not?
Hall. It's like, you want me to go downtown? Then we'll for sure break up.
What? You see that? She even knows, I'm in trouble here. What am I going to say? She goes, people go, okay, we'll go to City Hall and get married there. And she goes, what? You want me to go downtown?
What?
Yeah, we want you to go downtown.
I
That's
think
insane.
Any wedding that isn't a City Hall wedding is a scam, and they're
Is
not
a
in true
scheme.
love.
If you have a big, beautiful, full wedding, what's going on with you?
Except Harley's wedding, of course.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Parking. I can't go to City Hall. I have $800 in parking tickets. They're going to find me.
Wow. And you're also defrauding the city with all these tickets? Pay your tickets!
911.
No wonder there's so many homeless people in Los Angeles. The rich don't pay their fair share. Burnty.
Same hallway. I couldn't go past there.
Could you imagine?
I know. Yes.
Is that her?
We see you. We see you over there trying to get married. You want to come down here first before you...
Miss Cummings.
Distractions.
Totally. We've been waiting. Oh, God. Or people want to say, just do a small wedding. Just do a small wedding, which is not a bad idea. I know that I'm not capable of it. I know I have too many groups of friends.
This shouldn't be about the wedding.
I know, it's about the
Getting
marriage.
married to somebody is just so that you could be with them all the time and share all your finances. It's not about the party. First of all, I don't agree with this party. I said no to the dang party. I refuse to have it. Imagine me getting up there teary-eyed doing a toast to some guy.
Well, they do a toast to you, but...
I don't give a fuck. No, you got to do toast to everybody. You got to reciprocate. I filmed weddings when I got out of film school. You can't just get a job in Hollywood when you get out of school. So I was, 18 and a half, 19 years old. I got this gig filming weddings for this guy. I would just go there with a camera. You get paid $200. You come home, you give him the tapes. And I'm watching these weddings, and I'm the whole time I'm mortified because I go, how am I going to ever do this? You got a guy in a tux. He's up there crying, oh, I love my brother. I love all of you. Thank you for coming. Oh, my God, I love her. I don't love anybody. I'm not going to talk about my love. I'm not dancing with a woman in front of people. I'm not dancing with my dad. I'm not wearing this suit. I'm not eating the cake. I'm not, oh, what a wonderful night for a moon dance. Fuck that. You got to be crazy. Don't think that you have to do that to be a regular person. That's crazy. This whole wedding celebration is nuts. And then the Indians. Have you ever seen an Indian wedding? Ooh la la la. 12 days of parties and sheer, gowns and all this fucking shit.
Indian does look good on you, so maybe we should have considered that option.
Remember this?
You could have performed that.
Indians don't even do this.
Let's have it. Renew our
Don't
vows
think
at
you
an
need a
Indian
wedding.
ceremony.
I didn't even want to go down to City Hall. That's still embarrassing, and they still make you do tradition. traditionalianos.
We giggled through our entire
I giggled
vows.
through the whole thing.
We were going,
I didn't even dress up, and they still make you do
I
it.
wore an Adidas hoodie.
Yeah, even when you go to the courtroom, they go, would you like to read your vows to each other? I go,
And we were like, what?
we don't have those. She's like, is this a fake marriage? No, we just don't want to. No one could believe it.
And we're more in love than any other
Whoa!
wedding.
Stop it! These incels are going to kill themselves if you say something like that. Are you trying to destroy this show?
I believe that.
So, I don't understand this whole wedding crap. I think it's so fucking... I won't even go to a wedding. There's nothing grosser. And if you feel that inside, don't fight that. You're allowed to think this tradition is nuts. You don't have to obey your parents. Just tell them to screw off. If they're mad at you for over a week, then they're bad. They're the bad guys. You know, what kind of adult, mature parent would be mad at their son because they want to blow $100,000 on some screwball nonsense? So if they're mad at you, well, then they're not mature, and you won. You're the kid. You're in charge. Don't ever fear your parents. You should be running them, not the other way around. These people are crazy. You want to hear some more? Let's hear some more lies. Here we go.
Got, animal people. I've got TV show people. I've got, comedians. And you can't just invite a couple people from a group. I know you can, but it would be hard for me.
You're not gonna.
No, I'm not gonna. I can't. I want them there, but
So because of this wedding, I want to reiterate this. You tell the love of your life, bye, wedding's too hard. So imagine that. Could you even think of something like that in your whole life? I couldn't even think of that. That would be like distancing yourself from your son because his birthday party cost too much money. It's crazy. You would never distance yourself from your son unless you were a deadbeat hooker.
especially when you get into inviting a couple people from one group of friends, like it just turns into this like domino thing. You know, it's like if I invite my comedian friends, I have to invite every comedian. You know, if I invite, you know, Callan and Dalia and Rogan and Sebastian, it's like I got to. Then it gets like, oh, I got to invite Carrot Top. I got to invite Penn, and now I got to invite Teller. It's like it just turns into this like it starts ballooning.
That's
you know?
so true.
Okay,
You know?
there it was, her lies, and it's on this website called Brides. I mean,
there's
glad.
so many articles about her getting engaged and not a single article
Yes,
about the
exactly.
engagement
How
broken
about
off.
that? You want to talk about fairness? If you're going to do a press run for your engagement, then you can't yell at everybody who's asking about it a year later when they've seen no updates. You should also do a press run for the breakup.